Okay, hello. I think everything's working. I hope it is, anyway. Excuse me. Croaky, as usual. Let's get this loaded up. Okay, back to some more Summerset. I avoided doing the accent then. Summerset, oh, so I did it then. Just doing the side quests, chilling, hanging out, exploring, and side quests basically. And we were just gonna start investigating a murder at a vineyard. And I think it's about the first side quest I accepted when I arrived in Summerset. So finally, now having done the whole campaign, we're actually getting around to it.
An examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Not this again.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what? We just randomly recruit the next adventurer that passes by?
Hello.
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual.
Why now?
It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Hallam took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago.
And what reminds you of the Ghost of the Green?
The ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow is of high elven make. It's odd.
And what do you need from me?
I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. There'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
Okie dokie.
What do you want? The
What
Revelators already questioned me and cut me loose. I just want to be here if something exciting happens.
You think this is exciting?
You don't. The Ghost of the Green has returned. Zen's avenging champion. Of course it's exciting. These longlegs thought they executed him years ago, but now he's back, ready to dole out Deepwood justice.
So you think Hallam had it coming?
New around here, eh? Hallam was a sap-ass dandy, slapping wood elves with one hand and groping them with the other. The Ghost of the Green just did what the prosecution wouldn't. Good riddance.
So he treated wood elves poorly. You think that's why he was murdered?
Murdered? No, executed. Executed by a righteous hand. Just have a look around, outsider. I'll bet my horns you'll find evidence of misdeeds. This was a long time coming. Hopefully it put these other long-legged prigs on notice.
Wood elves are so short. Yeah, damn it. Nothing good. Valanway.
It really is too bad about Hallam. I told him he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner.
So he was a business rival. Does that make you a suspect?
Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the Revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls.
One of your servants went missing?
Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Hallam, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details.
If she stopped working for Hallam, why would she be here?
According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosma suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves, within reason.
That's very progressive of you. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking.
Aren't you a cherry blossom?
I
That would be
am.
lovely. Take care, Karen.
Someone over here. Babblebrook.
Ah, you come to babble with Babblebrook? When came the killers? I had a look.
Killers? You mean killer?
Babblebrook knows what Babblebrook sings. Why can't you make sense of things? A ghost did bring the vintner's end, but even wraiths can have a friend. Don't you see? Death comes in twos. Friends and killers both win and lose.
So you're saying the Ghost of the Green had an accomplice?
Killers and killed are two. It's true. So near, the source of fear. But Babblebrook babbles too long, it seems. Best make haste, or we'll hear more screams.
It's possible he's a lunatic. Who else is there? Search the fields. There's a marker here.
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like an femme? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Soraville. You know that's forbidden. Admin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood.
Okay. It's over here. Oh, hello. Suspicious sack. Search the suspicious sack. Bloodstained sickle. Okay. It's handy there was a light there to point me in the right direction.
You found something? So did I. It looks like Fariel was strangled, not stabbed. This blood must be the attacker's. A sickle? Blood on the blade. She must have used it to defend herself. Then the attacker hid it. This blood could be the key.
Can we use it to find out who the killer is?
I intend to, yes. I'm a fair hand at alchemy. You'd be surprised how useful it can be in my line of work. I've caught more killers with flasks and alembics than I have with any sword. My husband used to say Sorry.
Something wrong?
I suppose it's past time I told you. The ghost murdered 17 people before we caught him. His last victim was my husband. Soraville's wife committed suicide when she heard the news. They were having an affair, you see. It was a difficult time.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, Now you see why we needed a neutral party. Enough. Let's get back on task. I'd like you to search Hallam villa. It's just southwest of here. He was unpopular. If we can find out why, we might be able to establish motive.
Okay. I'm guessing it's this one. It's quite nice. Is it going to be up for sale? Thought there was something on that plate then. Maybe coins. Just a little bit of gold. Hallam's villa. That's locked. This is nice. Seriously, my inventory's full? Oh, new day. I had forgotten that. Inventory's full. I use that. Already knew it anyway. Make sure I'm not observed. Right. Letter to Tarmir. I understand that you received a formal complaint from the Wood Elf community regarding my associations with one of their number. A handsome Wood Elf named Farrell. Please believe me when I say that this entire matter is a tragic misunderstanding, blown wildly out of proportion by their lack of education and inherent brutish bias. I assure you I have treated the Wood Elves with all the respect they deserve, and I never laid a hand on Farrell. Even so, it is a burden to make our new guests feel as welcome as possible. Therefore, in order to address any lingering concerns, I have dismissed Farrell from my indenture. I sent her to one of my local competitors, another tenant of yours, with a ringing endorsement. I hear she has found comfortable employment there and is quite pleased with this outcome. As an additional gesture of goodwill, I will be sending a gift to my new Wood Elf neighbours. As you well know, our labours rely on tight communal bonds of fraternity and love. I hope the steps I've taken will be sufficient. Harmoniously yours, Hallam. That is too close. No point getting a bounty when you're trying to be a good guy.
Sorry, I don't mean to be checking up on you. I just think better when I walk. And the blood is still simmering in the alembic. It will be some time before I have the results. Did you find anything of use in Hallamorian's villa?
I found this letter. Hallamorian might have been abusing his Wood Elf workers. Farrell, specifically.
From what I hear, the accusations are almost certainly true. So, Hallamorian was making unwanted advances. Of course.
Of course.
The original ghost murder spree started with a high elf farmer who took liberties with his Bosmer laborers. We never published the details of that investigation. It can't be a coincidence. This new ghost must be someone in the know. Someone close.
Any ideas?
None that I'm keen to share, not yet anyway. For now, let's go with what we know. The Wood Elves have motive. Soraville went down to the cottage east of here to look around. Meet him there, and see if you can shake anything loose. I have to think.
You alright? Wood Elf cottage below. Inventory supplies. Nice. Okay, didn't know they were a thing. Sigic portals I can loot. Those I will definitely keep an eye open for.
I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revelators on your new home, but I'll have to unless you let us take a look around.
Fine. But just one of you, your partner. Do your work, then leave us in peace.
One, then. I'll be sure to report your compliance to the Divine Prosecution.
Like we have a choice in the matter. Come, join me for a meal. Meat's fresh enough.
Delightful.
Investigate Wood Elf Cottage. Let's talk to him.
I suppose I'll stay here to break bread with the Chief while you have a look around. Not the way I wanted things to go, but we will simply have to adapt. Ah, yes. I hadn't even thought of that. A corrupt high elf merchant and an abused wood elf girl. There are certainly similarities.
You don't find that suspicious?
I find everything suspicious. Whoever this killer is, they've obviously acquainted themselves with the ghost's history and methods. We kept most of those details secret, but unscrupulous revelators routinely sell those details to enthusiasts.
And what do you make of this?
Honestly, I think this is the work of a deranged and obsessive mind. One of these wood elves read about the ghost of the green, saw an opportunity for cultural glory, for immortality, and seized it. Even so, Lorne and I have to be sure.
So what should I be looking for?
Anything at all that could link this clan, or one of its members, to the murders of Hallam or Fariel. None of these wood elves held Hallam in high regard. We just need to find out if that enmity led to murder.
Any advice?
Operate under the assumption that the killer was here, or still could be. Question everything you see and hear, and look out for any overt or subtle references to the ghost of the green. Did she? I must admit, I'm surprised. Lorne never talks about that ordeal. Certainly not with me, anyway.
Okay. Hello.
Who are you? Are you with the Divine Prosecution? My husband warned me you might come poking round.
Why did you think we were coming?
Hallam hated us. He abused our children and tried to drive us off. Of course the High Elves would suspect us. And our son Kellan, he... Never mind, please just go. We don't want any trouble. We just want to live here in peace. You really just want to keep him safe?
Of course.
Well, I'm not supposed to say this, but Kellan has been going on about the ghost of the green for weeks now. You know boys and their masked heroes. I didn't think there was any harm in it. But now...
You think your son could be responsible?
No, of course not. He's a good boy. I only mean that it could look suspicious because of his interest in those old legends. Besides, didn't the ghost of the green run around in a mad hunter's costume? Where would my son get something like that? Yes, I'm sure. Look, you're free to look around. Just try to... We're simple men, we don't have much. Hallam may have been a cruel bigot, but none of us would ever murder him for it, I swear.
Ladder to nowhere. No, for... Or I was expecting to be a, you know, a little worker's cottage. It's pretty sweet. The Ghost of the Green. Okay. Okay. The Red Temple. So he did it.
Ha! The hero of Cold Harbor walks among us.
Hello.
Bosmer cuisine is truly revolting. I bought us as much time as I could. I hope you found something useful.
Yep.
A shrine? There's an old shrine to Ifre west of here, the Red Temple. But from what Tarnamir told me, people rarely visit. Filled with wild animals or some such. I only know of one entrance.
You right? There's another portal. I shall remember that when we are done here. Oh. Red Temple Catacombs.
We should split up. Don't want this little scamp slipping out behind us. I can handle this gap easily. You search the other hall.
Alrighty.
Wait! What did everything you asked? I just can't anymore. I'm not a killer. I only wanted to protect Farrell.
We could have worked such terrible wonders together. Pathetic. You, though, you're perfect. Tell Lorne her past is hunting her present. Yes, tell her that.
What's happening? Am I...
You've been pierced by an arrow.
The ghost recruited me. Said he needed me. He gave me the costume. Told me to kill as he would. Hallam hated us. Was going to kill us. I know it. After what he did to Fariel.
Fariel? The girl that was murdered?
Fariel is dead. Oh, divines. You've cursed me, haven't you? I only shot Hallam, I swear it. Fariel was so kind. I wanted Hallam to pay. I thought the Ghost of the Green was a hero. I wanted people to see me that way.
Who was he?
Never saw his face. He never said his name. I didn't need to know. I'd read the stories. I believed in him, and he saw something in me. I never... Mother... I'm sorry.
Okay. Seriously? Bookshelves I can't read? Gosh darn it. Oh, take the arrow. Oh. Oh, that's a terrible shot. And that. Come on, fat boy. That should do it. There's not those in here anyway. Just a giant crab. I really need to find someone to sell stuff to.
I was too slow. Damned Mer slipped right past me. Tall for a wood elf, and quick as a spooked hare. So, it really is the chief's son.
No.
Wait, what? What do you mean, another ghost of the Green? The journal you showed me, did Kellan kill Hallamorian or not?
He did, but only after he was recruited by this other ghost of the Green.
What about the Wood Elf girl, Fariel? Did he kill her too?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes. Show her the arrow immediately. Perhaps she can compare Kellan's blood to the blood on Fariel's sickle. At the very least, we'll be able to determine if Kellan killed Fariel. I'll be along as soon as I'm able.
Okay. So, I'm gonna, my guess, the old guy that recruited me to help these two, I reckon it's him. And he's trying to get these two to work together and work out their differences and be friends again. Something like that. Where are we? Yeah. No one's a trader.
Don't sneak up on me. That ghoulish business with the it's terrifying. I told Hallamorian we should treat those wood elves better. Swap. Frankly, I don't know what to think. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of leaving. I have a mountain.
Hello.
You're back. And not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me?
Wood elf called Kellan killed Hallamorian, but a second ghost of the Green shot and killed Kellan.
A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow? Another high elf hunting arrow, like the one that killed Hallamorian. Kellan had motive. This second ghost provided the costume, the weaponry. But why?
He told me to tell you that your past is hunting your present.
So, this isn't about Hallamorian. It isn't about the Wood Elves or Altmer prejudiced. It's about me. It's always been about me. I knew it. I knew this was too convenient. I also knew the Mer who killed Fariel couldn't be this Kellan.
How?
I just finished experimenting on the blood from Fariel's sickle.
It's not Wood Elf blood.
It was Altmer blood. This second ghost isn't some wood elf zealot. He's a high elf like me. I moved the bodies to Tarnamir's manor. We should... Maybe we missed something.
Okay. I think I searched this one, didn't I? Oh, stir-fried garlic beef. That doesn't sound bad, does it? Seriously, there's no trade around here? All right.
What? This place has been... What happened here? Oh no. No. Tarnamir? Tarnamir, are you here? No. I can't. Just give me a moment. You found something?
Alluvian.
This is a message. Everything in this room. It's all meant to tell us something. What's that on the wall?
Someone scratched the word alluvian into the wall.
Elevane is another name for the
Elevane.
healer's apple. Elevanes lay their eggs, then abandon them. We use that word to describe people who are cold-hearted or aloof. And then there's the bodies. Arranged to mimic Mara's cross. This is about love. Or more likely, someone I failed to love. There's only one suspect left. A Mer with means, motive, and deep understanding of the ghost of the Green. No. It can't be. The ghost of the Green ruined Soraville's life. Just as he ruined mine. If not, stand back and I'll show you. You already saw how Kellan died. Now, we'll see the others.
What's this? A tiny ghost of a green? Ha! Run along, well, before... What have I done?
Kellan definitely killed Hallam Ourian. Now, Faril.
Who are you?
I'm afraid you've seen too much. You poor thing.
Soraville was observing Kellan when Faril saw him. She slashed him with her sickle before he overpowered her.
So it is you. Shame on you.
The shame is Lorne's, old Mer. Now she'll have your death on her conscience, too. No, Soraville. This is you and you alone. Give my regards to my loving wife and Lorne's degenerate husband. Lorne. I know you're watching, Lorne. Now that I've broken your spirit and you've broken your vow, come to the place where my wife is buried. There, I will break your body.
I need some air. I'll be outside.
Nothing I can loot. Chest. Ah, god damn it. I've got lockpicks galore. So he blames Lorne for not loving her husband enough, which is why he had an affair with his wife. Where is she?
How could he blame me for this. Is it not enough that I lost my husband? Damn him. His wife was buried here. This is where we'll find him. You're sticking by my side. Even after I use that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, Admin. Truly. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation.
What's this really about?
I told you how the ghost of the Green killed my husband. Sorville's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died.
He blames you?
Not for that. For what came after. Sorville wanted us to mend each other's wounds. Perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now I need to stop him. Come, let's put an end to this.
Alrighty then. Red Temple Catacombs. So there was another way in.
Sorville, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Oh, Lorne, I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take.
Sorville. Don't worry about me. Go. We can't let Sorville escape again.
All right. Okay, so he's not down here. Above. I just died. So where the heck am I going? Went through here. Seemed to be the only way to go. That way was a dead end, so no. This must be the way around then. Oop. Okay, so that's how we needed to get around.
Green's final victim. Time to die, Admiral.
Nothing else to loot. Alrighty.
Somerville. Is he... He is. It's done then, isn't it? I knew he wouldn't come quietly. In the end, I bear the blame. A killer. Right beside me, and I didn't see it until more lives were lost. I'm glad you were here, Admin.
Are you okay?
I will be. The arrow struck near my collarbone. Somerville was a gifted marksman. Maybe he couldn't see as well through the mask, or it was nerves. Or maybe he didn't really want me dead after all. Just one more question I'll never have answered.
Is there anything else I can do?
One more thing, if you're willing. I'm certain that Somerville never spoke to Kellan's parents, given that this was all his scheme to begin with. They lost their son, and they don't know why. It was you that avenged him. You should tell them that.
And what about you?
I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to a head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here. Or at least some small measure of peace.
So Somerville did all this just to hurt you?
He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, a naive young mer, a dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that.
This wasn't your fault.
You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Jurisreeve, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
Goodbye. Alright, let's go tell the parents. It's trying to find a damn merchant. I need to go to the bank. Stash some of this some of this loot.
Deserve to know what's going on.
I don't. I am sorry. But the prosecution is still examining his body. We will release his remains to you as soon as we can.
You? I remember you. Please, you have to tell me what's going on. My son never came home. And now they tell me they won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy?
We couldn't save him, but he brought his killer, the Ghost of the Green, to justice.
If for his mercy. How could you? Why didn't you save him? Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellan's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again.
Except that I'm going to have to bin something and then talk to you again. Sorry about that.
You, Ifrismas.
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work. You just have to remember that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
Alright. What did we get? We got supplies. Part of the Griffin's Ferocity set. Kind of do the crafting station, to be honest. I can break some of this stuff down. Plaza of the Hand, that's what we could do with. Alright, we will travel to Alinor. Where are we going? We're going to go down here and turn left. And we should come to a way shrine. Hopefully. I'm going completely the wrong direction, but there's a way shrine this way, so what the hey? Here we are. Marine Way Shrine. I'll break some of this stuff down. It might help improve my crafting, because I've done next to no crafting except for a little bit of glyph stuff. Okay, I want to go ahead and left. this left.
Work for
You,
outsiders!
newcomer.
The
You
divine
appear to need
prostitution
direction.
requests aid.
Yeah. Right behind me. Oh, here. Here we are. Across the river? Yep. And in here. Can deconstruct. Above the Vanasset. Bit of jewelry crafting. Clothing. Woodworking. $739. I'm not going to use those. Bonebane. And I am not going to use that. Or that, too low. Okay. Woodworking. Alchemy. jewelry. Guessing this must be armor then. No, don't want to do that. Okay. Let's just free up loads of space. Sash of health. Yeah. Pants of shadow. Griffin's Ferocity set. Got quite a bit of the Griffin Ferocity stuff. Empire Lord set. Wisdom of Vanna set. Get rid of that, so one of a set. Wisdom of Vanus. some of this came from the bank, obviously. I'll free up some space. Or is it showing something new? This is new stuff in my inventory. Okay. Shall I do a quick bit of what's that?
Edode, Rakeba, Denata. Odra, Rakeba, Denata. Jade, Okori, Denata. Jade, Okori, Denata.
Okay.
Praise be back. You were there to...
That's right. I'm a wood elf. You got a problem with that? Look, you're
No.
either hungry...
I'm going to trash the shields because I'm not going to use those. Shields count as apparel. Okay. Right. Let's find a bank, which is there. Basically straight out and back through the square we came from. Bank. There we go. Bet my bank's full.
What do you need? Quickly now, I haven't got all day.
I might have got loads of space. Okay. Oh, Ruby Ash of Restoration. I should have got rid of that. Poet, Griffin's Ferocity. Yeah, got a bit of space, which is nice. Right, now I want to go back to that vineyard because there was another one of those Sigic portal things, so I can loot that. So we take the first left. Excuse me. There could be another one along in a bit. Sneezes regularly travel alone.
Come on, Alamar. Pull yourself together. My aching head. Where in Oblivion am I? Yes, that's right. This is Russifel. My wine bottles! They should be right here. Oh, Father's going to kill me if I come home empty-handed. Again. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, by Oblivion, I'm not even sure what day it is. The bottles must be somewhere along the winery. I believe we toured the southern, northern, and central arbors. Yes, that sounds right. There should be 3 bottles, all with the Russifeld seal. Now, you go do that. I'm going to lie down for just a minute.
Yeah, man. I thought the portal was just over here. Maybe they move. Gosh darn it. Should have looted it while I had the chance. To keep an eye open for those portals. And there's a marker. See another question marker. Yes, it must be tough guarding a winery. Talk to Hallam. Oh dear. I was betting I'm going to have to go off and get him wine to go in them. Don't really know what I want that for, but it was red and shiny.
Slick. My head hasn't hurt this bad since, well, actually not that long ago. Perhaps my cousin's wedding last month? But then, there was that little get-together last week. My, don't these beauties look tempting? Perhaps I'll have a few sips, just to get me going before I set off on the road?
Okay. Fetch quest complete. Damn it, there was no thingamabob there. Portal had gone. Now I did have to find this guy, didn't I? Talk to Kanar. So we need a shrine. Straight ahead. To the Shimmering Way Shrine. See, it's a good job I double checked. So I've got to cross the bridge and the way shrine's just up over there. Gosh darn it, I can almost see it, idiot. And we were going all the way over here.
The wilderness can prove itself.
Yep. Had a couple of these that were not anything. Yeah, everything else is part of a set. Right, let's find Kanar. The Abyssal Cabal. Oh, this is what the Battle Reeve wanted us to investigate for him. It could be some more sea slodes or something.
1,000 curses on you, Maja. Oh, noble stranger, would you help Renzir? Karnwastin has been captured by Maja, this one's former first mate. She betrayed Renzir and turned his crew against him. There is no hope left. This one has 3 trade shipments scattered across the port and caches. Recover them, and he can start a new life. Maja must also be disposed of. Renzir's most precious treasure is his wife, sweet Nubani. Last he saw, she was near our ship. This one suspects she has cleverly hidden herself, but will need help to escape. Do all this. This one should have been more suspicious of Maja from the start. Her skill is a first. The High Elves do not like to see lesser ships such as this one's humble junker docked at their ports. Therefore, many foreign ships are directed to hidden Maormer raids are a constant threat on Somerset's coast, and the Altmer Navy is, shall we say, slow to respond to attacks on foreign ships. Renzir must take all precautions for such a... It pains this one to speak of his precious wife when she is in such danger. You'll know her by her clever tongue and beautiful spark. It all started when we ported in Carnwastin only a few days ago. Maja began to disappear deep within the caves, became irritable, angry. Then suddenly, she announced herself captain, attacked all who opposed, including... That, Renzir does not know. Perhaps she found an ally, someone powerful enough to scare the crew into obeying her command. But there's more than sailors in those caves now. Undead, perhaps. But Maja is no necromancer, nor any of Renzir's crew. However, if she did find... The High Elves do not like to...
Alright. Let's do a dungeon. Or let's probably not be able to do a dungeon. It's often how these things go. Oh God, excuse me. What's wrong with me? Oh, damn it. Yep. We're not going to be doing a dungeon. Way shrine for free and out of here. Give me back the person. This wasn't actually what we came here to do. Ah. So he is in here. Oh shit. think it's highly unlikely we're going to be able to do this. I know someone's gone through and cleared it all first. Well, there's a path through here from the looks. That is going to be tough. One, two, three, 4, 5 in that first wave, and then there's what, 2 or 3 behind.
He hears voices in his head. Don't worry, they're good people.
So it's definitely the way through.
healing.
Haven't you lot learned by now that I have more than enough magic? Well then, it appears that your mission has thus far been a success. Since you're here, I could use your help. My associate Grog has been captured. I need you to free him, while I try to learn everything I can about the sea sload called Gagarza.
Who captured him and where?
Grog went off to investigate the undead near the bay. Figured they were the sea slode's handiwork. He didn't account for the smugglers, though, and they captured him. Now he's chained up as a gift to...
Yeah, right.
I appreciate the effort. While I may have dealt with a few of these scoundrels, I'm not capable of eliminating any...
Here. Nope, not now.
Did Captain Kitty Cat hire you to take me out? Fool! I found true power! Submit to Gagarza! Her power is unbeatable! Unstoppable! Ha! Do you think you...
Job done. Recover trade shipment. I'll definitely have that. The shipment. That would look like him.
Hey, don't I know you from... How do I... What the tusk do I look like? A blacksmith? Sure, I'll tell you everything I know. Right after you get me out of these chains. Look, I'm tired.
God damn.
Thanks for making... Look, I'm grateful and all that, and I really... Fine. But then we really need to get out of here. Something about a cabal of some sort.
Return to Kano. All right. Damn. Come on. Oh, man. Come on. One of these guys I can just run past while I'm a spirit, the better. Now I've got to get a stealth on. Salamanders, nope. You saw nothing. Come on. Stamina regenerate, please. Okay.
Did Captain Kitty Cat hire you to take me out? Fool! I found true power.
They're going to clear everyone out of my way.
Thanks for retrieving Grog. He may be interesting. That corresponds with what I was able to learn. Anything else? Sink the island? Magic of that sort sounds as remarkable as it is terrible. Maria and the High Elf Marines headed south, following rumors of some sort of natural phenomenon. Time is of the essence. While you go south to aid Maria, I'll return to Alinor and bring what we've learned so far to the...
All right. Cover trade shipment. That's the right route. Sort of. Yeah, that's not really going to work for me. Nice. God damn. Dungeons. Such an annoyance. Way Shrine. Maybe that'll be at the beginning. Weapon charge back up, and there's a trade shipment below. Imagine you're constituted as below. Yeah, I'm not dead. Now the trade shipment's above, of course. Come on. Why is that not dead? Alright. Above. Just there. Find Nubani. Oh man. Yeah, no crap. I won't bother you if you don't bother me.
I never tell the truth to those unworthy of it.
Damn it. Do not like the D-pad on this bloody controller. Come on. I've swapped controller this evening because my Razor was playing up. The left stick has been dodgy for a while. I've gone back to using my Nacon Revolution. Of course, that's the way I've got to go. God's sake. Stupid D-pad. Rather than being 4 buttons, up, down, left and right, it's one of those 8-way ones. So it's so easy to just hit the wrong thing. Yeah. I don't like the staggered Xbox style layout either. Oh, god damn it. Sake. Whew, how lucky was that? Let's go inventory. I suppose you gotta go, oh man, this way. Okay. Should take the gold. You can never have too much gold. So she must be on the boat somewhere.
Looking for someone.
Yes. You.
Did Renzier send you? Nubani hopes he cared to mention his wife alongside his goods.
He did.
So he sends you in his stead. How touching. No doubt Renzier first mentioned his shipments. Worth enough for us to finally retire, yes? But this one fears her husband will never leave his life as a smuggler.
He told me he was a trader.
A trader? If only we could have such a peaceful life. No. The only thing Renzier delivers to Summerset is contraband. That's why we port within this cave. Perhaps, though, with your help, I can finally force his paw.
Force his paw? With what?
Putting an end to this dangerous life. If you dump those smuggled goods into the sea, then his only option will be to sell our ship and settle down. What do you say? Renzier never has to know. Just one more trip, Renzier tells me. Just one more trip. But it's been 5 years, and Nubani tires of hiding in caves and waiting for night. She loved many times, loudly, repeatedly. If we trade our ship, there will be no choice but to settle down. An honorable life in the sun is all this one asks. It's what Renzier wants too. He just needs the right push.
You're right.
Quickly, dump the shipments overboard. There are darker forces in this cave than mutinying smugglers. Ah, but Nubani and Renzir are so resourceful, yes? The prophet from Maja is no necromancer, yet undead lines these shores.
Now we know because it's the sea slowed. Inventory. Terrific. Now I've just got to get back out. That's going to be easy. It'd be a heck of a lot easier if someone's just come in and killing everyone. It's nice to be carried through a dungeon. Only way I would have made it. Unless I spent hours stealthing it. Yeah, god damn it, everyone's just coming back. Yes, you just turn around, walk the other way. That's what we like.
I need aid.
Take out the healer first. Salamanders. These are a pain in the backside. Come on. The damn things don't even carry gold. Another weapon out of charge. You saw nothing. God darn it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get so much gear repaired. Come on, come on, come on, come on, let me get past these. That's right, you see nothing. Nothing to see, just go about your business. However the hell I get back up. Shit's right over there, isn't it? That's it, you just turn your back on me, just like that. Come on. Of course he's a boss, that's why I couldn't. God damn it. Burning through soul gems like they're going out of fashion.
Wasting time is an important part of life.
I never tell the truth to those not worthy of it.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
He goes to the city just for the pickpockets. Says it's the only love he ever gets.
And that pyromancer to bugger off. Oh God, come on. Get up. God's sake. I hate dungeons. Bow Shrine. I should have just healed there last time. It would take me right back to where I want to be. So I'm an idiot. Always get my ass kicked when I go into dungeons. Mainly because I try to solo them, and that's never a good idea. So it was nice to get carried through.
You return carrying nothing, and with no one at your side. Have you failed? First, Maja steals my crew, then my only means of survival. Oh, how will this one tell Nubani? He promised her a life of riches and luxury. Now we'll have to sell this ship just to get by. Still, you've done much. Thank you, Walker.
Excuse me.
This was to be our last trip, you know. Then this one could retire with Nubani in peace. His days at sea were to finally come to an end. Maja has ruined everything. She did? Why would she? You must understand. In Summerset, there is no opportunity for a Khajiit. The High Elves only expect the worst from us. And yet, the only life we can make is one within the shadows. Hardly a risky venture. The items allowed within Summerset, they are few. Certain books, foods, even perfumes are not accepted, for the strangest reasons. But the wealthy who wish for these items pay well for Renzier's troubles.
So no dangerous items then?
By John and Jode, no. Renzier cannot stomach such things. Maja did not agree. She wished to expand our operation, smuggle in more risky items. Renzier's refusal must have spurred her to mutiny. If only he had been more careful.
Okay.
Nobani! There you are! Renzier knew you would escape.
With no help from her coward husband, of course.
Oh, do not say such things, especially on such a day when all has been lost.
Oh? But we still have the ship. We'll sell it in the nearest harbor, yes? Buy a little shop, just as you promised?
Well, yes, of course. Though perhaps we find sailors who wish for work?
Renzier?
Yes, we sell this ship, of course. We start the shop just as you wish.
Good.
And so they lived happily ever after. Okay, let's get to the Way Shrine. Oh man. Okay, what's that?
Selling, buying, trading, right here.
So we travel straight to Alienor. I think that will be a good spot to leave it for tonight. Okay. Champion points, haven't we? Damage, take these damage. From player. From physical, poison and disease damage. That seems pretty good. Do a downlight heavy attack. Let's do that one. And go to one here. Healing. Critical damage, critical healing with magic abilities. Should do that. Okay, it's championship points spent. I will log this out. Okay, well, we did a dungeon. Very badly. Ate up probably all my blimmin' soul crystals. Soul shards, whatever they're called. But we got it done. So the 2 quest lines that were in there, done, sorted. Which is nice. And now we go on to the second part of this mission. The Abyssal Cabal. I guess there's another sea slode to take down. Hopefully not inside a dungeon. Okay. That was good. I did a bit of crafting, so got some of those levels up a bit. I just haven't done enough crafting in this full stop all the way through. Should have done a lot more to get those levels up, but I haven't. And yeah, it's not the most exciting thing to watch. Crafting. Okay, well, plenty more to do next time. Still so many side missions to do. It's awesome. Okay, that's me done. Enough waffling. I am out of here.